Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This time we're sitting in with head volleyball coach Ian Blanchard. In his 8th season now, Blanchard has guided the Retrievers to 4 straight American East tournaments. Coach, tough match last night down at George Mason, a tough 5-setter. Probably had a couple chances to win it, but early season, what do you take from a match like that? What positives are you able to get out of it, even though the result didn't go UMBC's way?
Well, I think that we're going to try to improve every single time we take to the court, and the most important thing is that we're just starting to show stages of maturity and getting a little bit better every time. And one of the things this team lacks right now is maturity, the ability to finish off an opponent. So maybe it's, I don't know if maturity is the best term to use, perhaps it's just this, it comes from here, it's a desire to put away an opponent, and I think we have the desire. I don't know that we have the culture yet that we want, and so it's evolving, and I'm excited about what I'm seeing. I think we're starting to believe more and more that we can be a winning team, but that takes time, and the girls have to have the confidence in themselves to know that they can do these things. And I think what was encouraging is we saw some really nice play from some of the different athletes on the team last night. You know, Sherelle Walker didn't have her best start of the match, but she finished the match really strong. I thought that Allie Loynihan had a nice bounce back. She played pretty well, and it was nice to see Allie Gauck. Allie Gauck was she was a defensive monster last night. She played really well, both defensively, and she got us going on serve receive. So, you know, those are some good signs and some good steps. We just need everybody else to step up and do their part.
You mentioned freshman Sherelle Walker, in addition to her classmate Paige Miller. They both stepped in. Sherelle from the opening match, Paige from the second match against Morgan State. How have they been? Have they been your typical freshmen, or obviously they've excelled pretty well in the first couple matches here?
Well, I think that they're going through some of the normal things that freshmen go through. They're going to have some ebbs and flows in their game. They're going to have some good games where they're going to be really playing super well, and then they're going to have games where they're not playing as well. And those are the things that most athletes, young athletes, go through. It's trying to find that consistency. Both of them are confident athletes, though. Paige is unusual, you know. I think as a freshman, she's got what I would call swagger, and you know, she just has to become a more consistent player. But I think there's a lot of things from both of those athletes. There's a lot of really positive things that we can build from.
Every game match this year has been an hour away or so. Heading out to Michigan this weekend, taking on some pretty big opponents. SEC fell Arkansas, number 2 ranked in tournament host Michigan, in addition to Central Michigan. What are you looking to get out of this weekend? Still preseason, if you will, before the conference tournament and season, but what do you look to get out of this season and this tournament up in Ann Arbor?
I think this is a tournament in which we're going to gauge just how competitive are we going to be. You know, we're going to walk in there with our heads held high, realizing that we have an opportunity to compete against the best teams in the country, or we're going to walk in there, you know, nervous and scared about the level of opponent that we're going up against. And so that's really what we're looking to define, I think, more than anything this weekend. We obviously want to show everyone across the country that UMBC is unafraid to take on any opponent, and we're going to go in there and compete. And so I just want to be able to gauge. I think the biggest thing that we want to be able to measure from this weekend coming is, you know, how competitive are we?
Thank you for joining another edition of the Coach's Corner with head coach Ian Blanchard. I'm Dan LaHatte.